And hello. I am Shawnee Godwin, CEO of Communicate USA and founder of Joy Economics, creating better ways to live, work, and play. And I work with women entrepreneurs who know they want to scale their businesses to 6 and 7 figures using their natural gifts, their God-given talents, and their personal stories so that they can connect more easily with their customers and find their peeps and get out in this world and have a lot of fun doing work they love while living a life they love. So today I am going to be talking to you about the importance of rest. Yes, rest, and why it's so important to your business, to your life, to yourself, and it is a major important ingredient in helping you grow and scale in ways that feel good, ways that make you happier, and ways that keep you whole and able to give the best of yourself to all the people who depend on you. So if that sounds like you and something you need, then come on in here and let's get started. Class is in session. Welcome back. Today we are talking about something that is almost taboo in our crazy, stressed out, overconnected world. And that's right, today I am talking about the importance of rest. You know, the word rest, when you actually think about it, is the root word of restoration. And I love thinking about rest from this perspective because I think we think that rest is something that busy people shouldn't have time for, don't have time for, and if you're serious about your grind, your hustle, or whatever it is you call that thing that you do day to day to grow your business, then you don't have time to rest. And you know, I used to be afraid to rest, and my fear of resting came from growing up, seeing a lot of people pass away in my life unexpectedly and at very young ages. And so I always rushed through my life with this fervor and intensity because I knew and I know that tomorrow is not promised. While that allowed me to accomplish a lot of great things, it also left me completely burnt out at times, not bringing my A game at all times because I was working from an empty tank. And at times, it alone exacerbated depression and some of the sad feelings that I had because, again, I was not able to pull from a place of wholeness within me, and I was not able to fill up my cup, if you will. And so today I want to talk to you about the importance of rest, or restoration, as I like to think of it, because it is important to realize that you, in order to be happy and whole as you grow and scale your business to 6 and 7 figures, must take time to take care of yourself as the leader. After all, your business is depending on you, your clients are depending on you, your family, your friends, and all the people in your life are depending on you to give them the best parts of you, not your leftovers. And one of the ways, although it does not seem natural or normal to be able to do that, is to make sure that you are pouring from a full tank. You know, one of my dear friends, Katie, told me and shared with me this great analogy of how we are supposed to give and serve others in our lives. She had a glass of water, and that glass of water was on E. It had a little bit of drop of water and a little bit of water at the bottom of the cup. And she had all of these small cups around it. And she started to pour into all of the cups from the little drop of water that was at the bottom of that cup. And guess what? It didn't get too far. It didn't fill those cups. It just gave them little droplets of itself here and there, not remotely addressing the need that those cups had. And then she took that cup and she filled it up from a pitcher full of water. And then she arranged those same cups around the bottom of that glass. And when that glass filled up to capacity, she kept pouring. And as the water flowed over the sides of that big glass of water that was being filled by the pitcher, all of those little cups around it got the overflow from the glass of water, not the leftover droplets. And that visual has stuck with me so much, and I love sharing that when I talk about rest and restoration, because that is how we are intended to share and pour into ourselves. Now, y'all know I'm a person of faith, and one of the first and great commandments in the Bible is that we will love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And I think we have put a lot of emphasis as women on loving our neighbor well, to the best of our ability, but that verse presumes that you are loving yourself well first. And restoration, taking time for yourself, taking a moment to rest and pause and give yourself a break, is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself, and in essence is a beautiful way to love others well and to take care of all of the moving parts and people that depend on you. So I'm going to unpack for you 3 simple things you can do to take time for rest, make it a priority and part of your business plan and part of your business life, so that you can not only work well and serve others well, but so that you can enjoy yourself. I mean, what is the point of working this hard if you don't enjoy it? You don't get to enjoy the people and the things that make you happy. So let's talk about it. Lesson number 1, one of the first and easiest things that is the absolute hardest for high functioning people, especially women, is to take a moment to get off the grid. Yeah, I said it. Turn off your email, turn off your phone, be intentional about setting boundaries in your business so that you can disconnect and unplug from all of the people that you are working with and the people that depend on you. I promise you, you will not break your business by being inaccessible for 24 hours or 48 hours. Will it feel scary and uncomfortable? Absolutely. You've trained people that you will be available to them 24/7. But guess what? When we give people the ability to disconnect from us, when we're not always so present and at their beck and call, they also learn and grow and become more self-sufficient and dependent on their own skills and their own abilities. If you're building a business that will not allow you to take even 24 hours off, disconnected on the weekends or on a day of your choice throughout the week, then I challenge you this week to find a 24-hour period to try it. Stretch yourself to be uncomfortable. Because the reality is there's no way you can grow and scale your business to 6 and 7 figures in a way that will bring you immense joy if you have to be tethered to that business as a lifeline 24/7. I mean, let's be real. Even the good Lord himself took a day of rest. Now, if he can do it, I think we can do it too. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, I said it and alluded to it in tip number 1, but it's all about boundaries, folks. And I learned this lesson a long time ago in a class I took at the American Management Association. And so tip number 2 is to set boundaries in your business. You know, I learned a long time ago that we allow people and we train people how to treat us by our actions, our reactions, and our non-actions. If you are like Pavlov's dog and every time that phone dings, you're on it like a dog on a bone and responding, yes, that makes you look highly responsible and it makes you look highly attentive. It also makes you look desperate and like you are going to be at my beck and call 24/7. So guess what? When you aren't there, then now you've created in me a dependency on you. And I'm not saying that we don't take care of our customers. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be attentive and supportive to our customers, but it is okay to communicate to your customers what your office hours are, what your turnaround time is for responses, when you are not working and when you will be off the grid. Things like putting an auto reply on help us immensely and tremendously be able to set proper boundaries, creating an hours policy and communicating that out to your clients when you're bringing them on board so that that expectation is set from the very beginning. You know, we have an infamous email ban in our company where we don't engage in email with clients and with each other after 7 p.m. on weekdays and throughout the weekend. And it works beautifully. But one of the number one questions I get is, well, how are you able to do that? The reality is I've set an expectation that I'm not going to be working those hours. My team has set that expectation. Our clients know that when we are plugged in the morning at 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. that evening, we're going to give them the best of ourselves and they're going to get our overflow because we took time in the evening and on the weekend to recharge, restore, give back to our family, give and pour into ourselves. And because we set that expectation clearly up front, they're not expecting to hear from us. As soon as we break our rule, however, and we set a new expectation that we will be accessible, then guess what? We're tied to that agreement. And so I want to challenge you to think about what boundaries could you set and put in place that feel good to you and that are useful and connected to the client service that you want to provide, that allow you to get that margin and space in your life so that you can pull up to the scene with a full tank, able and ready to give from your overflow. And finally, tip number 3 is really simple. Get some rest. Get some good actual rest. You know, sleep is so important to helping us manage our stress, to ensuring that we are able to give our best. And if you're running from thing to thing to thing and getting very little sleep, then that is going to show up in so many ways in your business. I know for myself, I'll out myself right now. When I am stressed, then that inevitably shows up in my sleep life. And I have learned to make sleep hygiene a very important priority in my life. Some of my favorite things to do to help me get the rest I need are to listen to a meditation app. I personally love the Calm app because they have these amazing sleep stories, and I never ever make it through a sleep story. It always puts me right to sleep. I have found that when I am less stressed, then I serve my clients better. I drink a whole lot less soda and caffeinated beverages because all those caffeinated beverages are doing is masking the fact that I am sleepy and tired. And so when you're sleepy and tired, you start reaching for things that will make you wake up, give you more energy. Those things often look like high caffeine, lots of sugary treats and things like that. And all those things do and wreak all kinds of havoc in our physical body and in our well-being. And when we don't feel good, again, we're not able to serve our businesses from the best of who we are. So those are my 3 tips for you. I hope you enjoyed them today. I hope there is something you found in those tips that will be something that you will challenge yourself to do this week if rest is an area that you're struggling in. And to make an agreement with me, I want you to drop in the comments what you commit to try this week. Are you going to try to take 24 hours to get off the grid? Are you going to come up with a boundaries policy to reset your office hours and the times that you're available and accessible to your clients? Are you just going to try to go to bed on time and get a good 6-7 hours of sleep? Let me know in the comments what you plan to do. And do me another favor. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. We'll be back at it next week with a new video. Comment, tell a friend, share this video, and be sure to hop over to Instagram and follow me at I am Shawnee Godwin. And please, please, please link in with me. I'd love to support you. I'd love to be a resource for you. I'd love to work with you one-on-one in our signature Joy Economics coaching program and tell you all of the great ways that we can work together this year to make sure you are leveling up, but in a way that makes you feel happy, whole, and of good use to all the people that depend on you. Hey, I love y'all. It's time for me to get out of here, get on the road. I'm gonna go get some R&R with some family and friends, and I hope to see you back here next week. Have a great day.